Goldylocks Productions provides professional internet, TV, and radio shows in the spiritual and New Age genre.
Strap yourself in, because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Insight Show. I'm Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman, and I am so very happy and excited and pleased to be with each and every one of you again this evening. And it is Sunday, January 27th. So this is the last show in January. It just went by so fast. January has already, hasn't it? But I want to welcome everyone, give everyone a chance to come in and take their place in the sacred circle. Welcoming everyone, whether you're watching this live on video, the live stream through the Goldylocks Productions Facebook page, or you are listening to this on live radio on Spreaker. So we welcome everyone who's tuning in, whether on radio or the live TV feed. So thank you, everyone, for coming in and taking a seat in your sacred space of this circle. All right, so let me just welcome everyone that's coming in. Hello, Teresa. How are you, dear? Yay, thank you. Chris. Hello, Chris. How are you? And hello, Rachel. Happy birthday, Rachel. Today is Rachel's birthday. And hello, beautiful Maureen. Yes, good morning to you, because it's her night shift, so it's morning for her. And thank you so much, Maureen, for all your love and support. Wendy, hello. Good evening. Yay. So welcome everyone who's coming in. And hello, Sarah, Anthony, and my godson Austin. Hello. And Austin, if you're still awake and watching, hi. Mwah. I love you. Little heart, I love you. Okay. Oh, I'm good. How are you? You know, I'm doing really well. I actually woke up this morning feeling kind of sluggish, but was able to, you know what? Went outside, took some deep breaths, and then I sat down to journal, and I actually started to feel better after that. So that's sweet. Share the love. Yes. Happy birthday, Rachel. And don't worry, Rachel, no one's going to ask you how old you are. So you don't need your calculator. You know, I don't remember either, because I have programmed my biostat to 30 years of age. So when someone asks me how old I am, I really don't know. I'm like, Rachel, I say, well, this is the year I was born if you want to figure it out. And I'll tell them the year. I'm like, here's my birthday year. Have fun figuring it out. Because I'm 30 forever. Anyway. Oh, you're only as old as you feel, right? Or young as you feel, or whatever. Anyway, I know, right? It's pretty funny. Ha ha. So light some incense, lit some incense, and just feel the wonderful energy. Got laughter to start all this off. Yes, look at that. Happy birthday, Rachel. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Wonderful. Wonderful. So this is going to be, like always, you know, just a wonderful place to share and interact with each other. And, great. Wonderful. Yay. I like that. All right. Whew. So just, excuse me. Hold on. I had to do the other glasses that I bought, the new ones. I ended up taking them back, Chris. I know Chris had noticed them. I took them back because they just were not working for me. You know, the nose pieces never fit right, and how they squeeze your head. And it's just like, I picked out another pair, and these are my old pair just until I get another one. But I'm telling you, it's just so crazy lately, just the sensitivities to everything. So Oh, look, you're getting all the birthday wishes. I like sharing this. So I'm going to share this with everyone. So mentally feel 22, physically, let's just say older. Hello, Robin. See, everyone's giving birthday wishes to you, Rachel. I love that. So beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Okay, so let's begin here. Now, yeah, everyone's pretty much have shown up here. And people will come in, and that's great. And they can come in, and they're always welcomed, and a place is saved for them. So let me. Hello, Marie. How are you? Oh, that's great. I know, right, Chris? Glasses don't work. Yeah. They've got to be comfortable. Absolutely. Because, if they pinch your nose or squeeze your head and right above your ears, it can trigger and all that, or it can pressure in your head. And who wants pressure in their head? No way. You don't even know if it's sinus, or you don't know what's going on with pressure like that. So I totally agree. We don't want any more. We've got a lot of stuff going on, ascension symptoms. So this is the last thing I need, is something that's going to be uncomfortable. Hello, Tammy. Oh, another birthday wish, Rachel. Woohoo! Yay! So before we really get into it, let me give everyone my website. And it's whitesagewoman.com. Many of you already know. But for those who are new to, whether watching the show live or listening to it live on Spreaker, and that's White Sage, SAGE, woman.com. And woman is singular. So I've had people say I couldn't get to you, and they were typing in woman, MEN, instead of MAN. So it's White Sage Woman, MAN.com. Okay. So, and then once you find my place, just my website, just bookmark it, and you'll be able to get back to it and not worry how to spell it. Just save that. And I do want to take a couple of minutes here to introduce something that is new. It was just created. I just created it during the week. Goldylocks Productions is now on Patreon, and if you can go on there and just follow. If you don't want to sign up or interested in any of the tiers that have perks for being a dedicated listener, supporter, of our shows, can you at least just follow? Click a follow, but you could follow or subscribe. There's 3 different tiers with perks, so to speak. And this now is all the tiers and perks are monthly. If you want make a one-time donation, you have to message me and I'll email you an invoice. And that's, Maureen did that today. Thank you so much, Maureen. I've got to go back in there into Patreon and make a thank you post. And she is in the golden circle. She's trying to create the golden circle, but she christened it for us. So thank you so much, Maureen. I know you don't like a lot of attention and all that, so I'm doing it very lightly. Okay, is that all right? So anyway, just take a look at it. It would help me too if you would just share with other people as well. If you like the shows, just please share this with other people as well. And so the support just really helps keep us on air. There is just more production costs than I think people realize. But it's not just for me. It's other show hosts as well that Goldylocks Productions has. So I'm sure all of you are familiar, because I know many of you do listen to the other shows as well. So that's the plug for Patreon, and I'm done now. Thank you for listening. Okay. So, good evening, Lyle. How are you? Yay! Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So, let's see. I was going to spend the time speaking about the Chinese New Year, But actually, it was so interesting. I was sitting down this morning and channeling and journaling and just having a great conversation with my angelic committee and the Council of Light. And I get this beautiful email from or this message from Chris, and she always seems to know when I need to hear something or know something, and she's giving me and she'll message me this great information, and it's like, oh wow, that's so great, I'm going to share this, and so it's right on, it's always just right on with everything that I was getting to talk about anyway. So and it was like, okay, great. So isn't that funny? So see, the mind was like, we'll talk about this, and you start to channel and sit, and it's like, no, what we need to discuss or talk about is this. So here you go. That's why we have to listen to that intuition. And so, I love you too, Maureen. And you know what? You and everyone else is the wind beneath my wings. Really, really. And thank you so much. I'm very honored by that. I am. Oh. Okay. I don't want to cry. No. Okay, so now let's what was I talking about? See? Okay. Woo, shiny objects. Empath's terrible, right? You could be talking, then you see something over here, and it's like, oh, look. Anyway. Focused. Oh. All right, so let me go. Yes, here it is. Okay, so she has sent me this, and I share a lot of Diana Cooper and Tim Weil. They do a lot of things together too now. I share a lot of information with them and some other spiritual teachers about the ascension and just the same vibrational people. We're finding each other, and we're sitting in sacred circle together. We're finding each other, and we're connecting, and we're sharing, right? And so I love to do that. I'm not sitting here, I'm the only person you need to listen to. That's no. I'm learning every day myself. Yes, Chris. Squirrel. Exactly. Oh, all right. So, and you know what? Don't ever lose that. Y'all are like that. So childlike. We're so connected with our fun and just, look, a unicorn. So just stay with it. So here was a blog post yesterday that Chris shared me from Diana Cooper. She's on Facebook. Her page, it's a page, is Angels and Ascension 2012 Atlantis and Unicorns. That's if you just type it in Diana Cooper, the rest of it will come in. So in September 2015, and we talked about this 2 shows ago, I do believe, but that in 2014 and 2015, there was a flood, maybe even last week, but there was a flood of the divine feminine energies in 2014 and 2015. So it's interesting. She goes, in September 2015, there was a huge influx of crystalline diamond energy, which means that all actions taken on this planet will now be reflected back as instant karma. And we talked about that. This applies to everyone and is forcing people to take responsibility for their thoughts, their words, and actions. Grace, intention, manifestation, instant karma, responsibility. Remember, we talked about all of those. We went through and did those intentions. This is the law of one. The grace, does this sound familiar now? Grace, the intention, manifestation, instant karma, responsibility, unconditional love will be the building blocks for the new world. At this huge tipping point, many more people will start to wake up. So the return of instant karma is the start of tough love on the part of the universe. Because all those who are allowed to incarnate now must be souls that are at least the 7th dimensional vibration. Do you hear that? All the kids coming in now from 2015 on must be 7th dimensional and or higher. So all these kids coming in, hello folks, we can't treat them like we did with 3D babies. These are higher vibrational beings. They might not deal very well with traditional medicine procedures. Just know that. That's all I'm going to say. But pay attention. It is time for these souls to remember who they are and act accordingly. All those working within that old paradigm of 3D will connect with their hearts and will impact of what they are doing reflected in their everyday lives. So when this happens, they will wake up and want to change. They will instantly realize what's going on and have to answer to the heart. So that's a wake-up call. There will be many who will take it, but there will also be many who won't. This will mean that structures will change from within to align with the heart frequencies. I call this the cosmic heart healing. That's what that is, cosmic heart frequency. All others will gently dissolve to make way for higher economic ethics. Those that don't want to change, I love how she said, well, just gently dissolve. If you're not paying attention, you don't realize, gently dissolve. All right. And now she goes more into it, and it is from this book. And I had it, and I forgot about it. So I pulled it back out, and I was like, oh, I was doing really good. And was reading it at least once a week. And so then I had to get back to it. But this is from her and Tim Wilde's book, The Archangel Guide to Enlightenment and Mastery. Okay. This is like daily reading. It should be like part of my, the daily devotional. I've started to do that again. Oh, it's autographed too. I got an autographed copy. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway. So it's yeah. I recognize her and Tim Wilde from Atlantis. I remember them. So thank you so much, Chris, for sharing that with me, because it just it validates everything that we've been talking about. Sarah, wow, that's awesome. You're reading this. I read that on our page a few hours ago, and I thought of your show last week. Surprise. See how we all work together. So thank you, Chris, for sharing that. And then there was something else too I thought was pretty interesting. I'll just share with you that she shared too. Okay. So I know I've mentioned I don't do yoga. It's just not my thing. And you do, that's great. I applaud you. But I knew that the Kundalini principles of yoga, the masculine, feminine, the snakes going up our spine, or the rod, just remember that for later. So in the Kundalini yoga tradition she sent me, it is taught that every 18 years is a lifestyle change. Every 11 is a consciousness upgrade. Power number 11. Right? And every 7 years is an intelligence upgrade. Now that's interesting too, because you hear a lot of the scientists say every 7 years you're a whole new body. So of course you're going to have an intelligence upgrade, wouldn't you? If every cell is regenerating. And so I thought that was interesting. I think I mentioned this before, was that one scientist was like, how old are you? We're never older than 7 years old, because every cell in our bodies keep refreshing. And I think that's pretty cool. Well, all the healthy ones anyway, right? So, but thank you for sharing that, Chris. That's great. So yeah, it is. See, look, we're all on the same wavelength. We really are the same vibration, right? Yeah. Awesome. Woohoo. And so, get something to drink here. Oh, okay. So yesterday, I already mentioned how I do sit in and listen to some. Diana Cooper has a show every Wednesday afternoon. Well, it's afternoon for us, evening for her. So I think every Wednesday at 2 p.m. she has a lot. She goes on live. Tim Wild does webinars every once in a while, and that was the last one I had sat in on and shared with you guys. And then yesterday, I sat in with on William Henry's. Now, I really like William Henry, and he has a Facebook page too. His website is williamhenry.net, N-E-T, net. So it's, if you want to check him out, he's a regular on Ancient Aliens. For those of you who watch that program, Ancient Aliens, he is on there as well. So if the name sounded familiar, but he is really all into this ascension process. He and that's what his webinar was about. Okay, was the ascension was, excuse me, wasn't the ascension. He had another name for it. Anyway, the art of ascension or something like that. But it was put on through the, let me see if I can remember now, ascension. It was put on by another group that I belong to. I belong to so many things. This is Portal, the Portal of Ascension, the Portal to Ascension, PTA. So there's a group called Portal to Ascension. They're also on Patreon. You can follow them, and they put on a lot of these webinars. I mean, these are paid events, so you have to pay for those. But they're very affordable. They're and to me, it's like schooling, so it's worth it. So a Portal to Ascension has really great webinars based on, what do you think? Ascension. Here we go. So, so it was really great yesterday, and a lot of it hits right on with everything that we've talked about, everything that I feel, I know that you feel too. And so I'm going to share some of the pictures with you. Yes, I'm going to bring them on side by side with me so that you can hear me talk. If I put just the picture up, which I may do, I won't be able to talk with it. I think I might be able to, but probably not. So I'll just let the picture come up. Probably I won't speak until I come back on. So I might try to screen share, but then I'll just let the picture take the full screen. Okay. So the ascension, we've known about this. It's just, and it's not a place that we're going to. It's a rising in our vibration. And I know we all know that by now. So those, who have packed their bags, you can just unpack. It's not, darn it. I had purple luggage too, It's not going to be like that. Oh, but it's all, I can't say it's even going to be really subtle, because we have all of these ascension symptoms. So where we are easing into it, and then it will just be easier. We still have some more to go through, of course. And it's, just as upper vibration, the higher vibrations can't just, when they would come to us, just can't fall down into the lower dimensions, because it's energetically, it's not good. It's not healthy. And even think about, and this is what I'm showing, is like when you're diving and in the water, if you've ever did that, if you ever dive, you have to come up slow. If you come up too fast, what you get? You get the bends, you get that sickness, right? And you don't want to do that. Isn't that kind of like the same thing? We have to ascend slowly so that we don't get so sick. The ascension, the bends. And so that's just know that. That's why it has to be. Why can't it just be immediate? Well, because believe it or not, when we fell, it wasn't immediate. It was thousands of years a process that happened. And so, yay, we are going back up, and it's not going to take thousands of years. We are really, really on the upper part of this ascension. We are really close. We can say that now. Yay, we're closer than we've ever been before. So that's, pat yourself on the back. Yes. Yay. All right. Yay. Awesome. And everyone's taken their spots. And it's very important to say this because I've a lot of people that are friends and that I love and respect, and they're having family members cross over. And so the amount of people that's crossing over is going to, again, I think last year and even this year is going to be even more so. That doesn't mean that they all didn't want to ascend and partake. They're taking their places. Maybe they're more powerful on the other side to help us. Remember that. So it's balancing out, balancing, and it's all about the balance. Okay? All about the balance. It's like it's all about the base. It's all about the balance. I'm not going to sit here and sing for you, but you get the idea. Also, the other day, instead of saying, it's all about the base, I was like, it's all about the balance, Anyway, it's too cute. So I'm going to share some of the pictures from William Henry. He has these amazing pictures. Him and his wife Claire travel all over. They go to different museums. They go to just everywhere and get this research from religion, from culture, from everywhere. And so what I bring up, which is really interesting, is that symbols, pictures are symbols. All right. And that's how we kind of learn from pictures, not just words. And that there's two different types of people. The people who really, really understand the power behind the picture, and those that know that the power is behind the words. And this is going to be significant, so we'll talk about this in a minute. All right. And for those of you who are friends with me on Facebook, I shared this cute little video. It's about statues. This all ties in with what we're going to talk about tonight. And I kind of chuckled when I saw it because some of the way that some of those kids reacted to the statues made me kind of giggle. I'm like, oh my gosh, are we paying attention? And how these kids are responding. Excuse me. Oh, I can never sneeze once. Here we go. Okay. Whew, thank you. Okay. Woo! Clearing. Sorry. Hold on. Okay. But the way that kids react and respond to those statues was cute. Anyway, so why do you mention that, Tiffany? Well, thank you, everyone, with the bless yous. Thank you so much. And yes, we are blessed, aren't we? So the thing about the statues, all right. Also, just to put it mildly, statues can act as a replacement, so to speak, a stand-in for what we believe in. And what do I mean by that? Is if you look at thank you, everyone. If you look at all these ancient statues of gods, goddesses, deities, and they all can have this power, believe it or not. And in those times and in those cultures and way back, even like in Egypt, it was definitely, there was a ceremony that when you made a statue in honor of someone, or you have a statue made in honor of someone, then you do a little ceremony, and then that the essence of this person comes through that statue and you're communicating. So it's a portal. You've just made a statue into a portal. Those that we communicate with don't have to get on a spaceship to talk to us. We create portals all the time. This is what ancient artists knew that and did that with their art. How many times, now people who are really mesmerized and who get this, they go into an art museum and they stand there and there's so much symbolism and so much art in these pictures, and you're just like, you're so transfixed that you're in an open eye meditation. Do you realize what's happening? You're in an open eye meditation. You are sitting in that artist's sacred circle and tuning into the energies that was imprinted onto this artwork. Wow. And we can really feel it speak to us because we're reading that energy. So that's the art. All right. Very, very important part about that. And we'll get back to the statues in a minute. So then there you go. The statues, we can communicate. And I'm going to keep going with the statues. Okay, so we'll keep going with the statues. So how many of you, like, I have statues of angels all over the place. I have Mother Mary on my altar, have Isis. All right. And for those who do ceremony, so like on my altar, then there's Mother Mary, there's religious icons, because an icon it's called an, actually, one of my friends is an icon writer. They call them writers. They're not painters or artists. They call them that, but they really are channeling that. Have you ever looked at these icons? They're just mesmerizing too. So I have some of her icons displayed on my altar, and I grew up with Christian in a Christian household, even though I'm spiritual. So I have spiritual and Christian symbolisms all over the place. But quite honestly, let's be honest, a lot of these religious figures were spiritual. Okay, so Mother Mary, it comes through then. Yeshua, Mary Magdalene. I have crystal skulls everywhere. I have Isis. I have Anubis. I have, so in ceremony and lighting incense and candles, and it's a dedication of, let's communicate. As part of sitting in sacred circle with them as well. And that's the portal. And that's what's powerful and very, very beautiful. Isn't it? Look at what we do without even thinking about it. Okay? Oh, Austin's so cute. Yes, I have Jim carved angels. Yes, I do too. I have that color. Yeah. Even it doesn't matter, a plastic dragon in my space. That's nice. Absolutely. It can be resin, plastic. It can be any type of material. It doesn't matter what it's made out of. And I do have dragons as well. I have some dragon collections, and they're kind of just dispersed everywhere. Only thing is that, Lyle, you have a dragon. Don't put a dragon in the south. It's too much fire. South direction of your home, your living space, whatever, your room. Don't put dragons in the south. Put them in everywhere. North, northeast, northwest is great. Dragons love to be near the water, and that's also really good for those that maybe a little bit more money, abundance-wise and everything. Put a dragon near a water fountain in the north side of your house. It doesn't need north, west, or east. West is better for finances, northwest. So just know that because it's a balancing, the dragon is fire. So it wants to play in the water, because if you put it in the south with too much fire, no, you don't want to do that. So just a little tip there. Okay. So it's really great. I mean, unicorns, I have unicorns too. I have a carved gemstone unicorn head, like a little bust type of thing. And so it's, like I said, that becomes our collections, our artifacts or our pieces or our symbols or that we vibrationally are creating these portals. And so that your place is a sacred space, and you're making it even more sacred with the symbols and the items that you choose to put in your sacred space. And it makes it stronger. And yes, Buddhas, I have Buddhas too. I have so many. I love all of them. I embrace every belief system other than, I don't have anything voodoo, but the very beginning of voodoo was very beautiful. And then that belief system, and then it got just so contaminated. But, and so there are some maybe that I don't, but usually, it's very supportive, I'm going to say, of the big three, big four, whatever. Not really a big. It doesn't matter what your symbol is, you know. It could be a head of lettuce. No, I can't. Just anyway, I had to share that with you. Okay. This was a sitcom a long time ago. I cannot think of that sitcom right now. It'll come to me later. Anyway. All right, so to go on with this. So know that they are very powerful and that they're portals. And think about this now, because we're hearing about this happen in the Middle East all right? Why are people now, and you can see the evidence of this even in Egypt. They go to these ancient statues or even the engravings, and they want to destroy them. They want to take them down. They want to erase the history of it. Why? Because they're the ones that believe in the word, not the actual statue, or not that, right? Aha. But they're being destructive. You know, that's part of the whole, yeah, you got to believe what I believe, right? That's wrong. Yeah, Buddha, Ganesh, dragons, angels and skulls, snake. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all the above. Yes. My Isis statue, I have two. My son, in a period of 2 years, or he had gotten me for Christmas, is 2 gemstone. He found cobras, and so Isis has the 2 snakes, and so I put one on each side of her. It's like really cool. Oh, I just love that. Rachel, my symbol would be a taco. See? There, you just got lettuce in there. Yes, yep, go. Yes, I have the Ganesh too. I love Ganesh. And elephants, yes. And animals, what type of, our spirit animals too. There's certain animals that resonate with us a little bit more. So my husband has the dragons and I have the angels. That's great. It's powerful. Yes. Yay. That's great. I love that. So know that as we it becomes a way for us to tune in, and they're almost like amplifiers, okay? Until we get them programmed, until we do enough ceremony and ritual, that guess what? Then they do become portals and we can actually communicate with them. So you want to communicate with Jesus or Yeshua, but you do that with the picture of him and you stare at it, or a statue, or right, and you create the intention, light pictures. No, don't do that. Light candles, incense, and I want to communicate with you. And you get to the point of you open that portal where you don't need that picture anymore. It just happens when you on the thought of, hey, but it's always good to have. I have angels in a crystal cross. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, very nice, Marie. Very nice. Absolutely. All right. And so I'm going to show you some of the pictures now too. So just going back. So you hear that in our history now. We have that going on. They're trying to, that's to them, erase history. by taking down statues, defacing anything that is written on the walls with symbolism, not words. And these are the people that want to know this is the written word, and you must abide by that. So if they feel that if they can destroy the symbols and the statues, then they can rewrite history without anyone paying attention. But guess what? We are paying attention, and no, we're not going to let you get away with it. So, and let's see. So it's very interesting. You know how I feel about snakes and even the medical sign, the caudicus. And so it's really interesting. What symbol do I want to share first? I think I'll share this one. I'm going to talk about it first, and I'll let you look at it. Because this combines all of them together. Okay. And the picture I'm going to show you on the left is Egyptian version of a snake on a rod. A snake on a rod. What does that mean? We've all seen the symbol. Is it healing? What else does it mean? So you're going to see some ancient symbolisms from all the cultures. Right in the middle too is the ancient is the Egyptian. Who's it for? I forget now. Anyway, but there is the Kurtash of a king, and there's a snake and a rod in it. Then there's Moses with a snake and the rod. All right. And then some ancient coins. And I want you to look at these, and I'll tell you why. Okay. I want you to look at this. It is because the dragonflies are nice too. Yeah. Reading the comments. Okay. I'm not going to say anything. Let's just be quiet while I show this picture to you. I'm going to put it in full view too, I think. Hold on. Come on, picture. Where are you? Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to bring it up with me. Now I'm going to take myself out if I can. And that's what that is. Oops, no, let's do it the other way. I'm going to take yeah. Okay, so on the left-hand side, even like in the middle, you can see more like some of the Egyptian. You see the snake and the rod. This is right there. Over right above me is Moses. And to get a handle of his people, to stop idolizing false gods and idols, what were they doing? They were making statues out of their melted jewelry, so to speak. That whole story, right? So let's make it into one God instead of we just believe in one God and not all of these others. Communicate with the one true God. The way to communicate was through the rod or the staff, and he made this rod with a metal snake he affixed on there. I'm going to take myself out of this picture so that you can see this whole thing, and I'll be right back in just one moment. Okay, so I'll take that picture down now. All these pictures are in the photo album of Goldylocks Productions. You go in the picture. And when the picture's in the photo album, Goldylocks Productions shows pictures. Go in there and really look at that and see how that resonates with you. So it's almost like it's a very powerful conductor tool. It's very powerful, almost like a replacement for the statue, right? Now I'm going to show you another one that's going to blow you away, Tammy. This one's going to be... When I saw this one, I about fell out just because I've had multiple conversations with Jesus, with Yeshua. And I love this picture. Absolutely love this picture. Oh, no. There we go. Now you can see. There we go. Okay. Jesus, Yeshua, with the rod or the staff and the snake. Wow. Now, mind you, this is one snake. Like the healing is both the Kundalini, the masculine and feminine, right? But this one, it's just like the one snake. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I am really woo! I went through. Okay. So what does a snake mean to you? We've been taught that snakes are evil, and they're not evil. Absolutely, they're not. Okay? And so it's actually represented as a, I've seen some artists, like when they do the Garden of Eden, that it's a woman with a snake body. Medusa had a snake body. She was a gargoyle gargoyle. But it represents the feminine energy. Well, if he's masculine, now he's brought in the feminine energy. The rod and the staff is our spine, or also to an antenna, an amplifier, right? Isn't that interesting? It's very, very beautiful. Again, all these pictures are where you can go and save them and enjoy them on your computer, or just enjoy them on your device, whatever you want to. But I think it's very, very powerful, very amazing to me when I see these pictures. And again, these are from William Henry. He's and his wife who traveled the world and go to these places so that we don't have to. Well, and astral travels, but at least, we can remember this. Oh, I know. Too funny, huh? But great, great picture, huh? And there was a lot more in his webinar, but I'm not going to repeat all of that. This is the highlights. This is the aha stuff. That's like, oh, so beautiful. So the whole point of this is that what is that last picture that I showed you is Jesus, the divine conduit. Yeah. So with all of that, he's an open conduit, and we can too. We do it. Those of us who have learned, or not learned, but are attuned to and practice Reiki, we do this all the time. We open up. So that picture of Jesus of Yeshua is him as a conduit of earth and heaven. Of earth and heaven. And the snake represents the earth. And the rod goes up into the heavens. So isn't that beautiful? Yay! Okay. Oh, thank you. So that one Egyptian symbol in the middle, the cartouche of Osiris. All right. It's the symbol of Osiris. Osiris, an Egyptian god, but notice the serpent on the pole. Even Osiris in his name is, hello, the same thing. Like this is a secret of communication. Interesting. Very interesting. Of communicating. All right. So just giving you these tools is very, very powerful. We surround ourselves with them. So I think, isn't that great? Just think about that. What pictures do you have on your altar? What statues do you have on your altar? We've already been talking about that. And what other kind of symbols and symbolisms do you have? Woohoo! Powerful, right? All right. Now, I also want to, my office here that you see me in actually has an Asian decor to it. So a lot of my Buddhas are in here. And I have little sections all over the place that, like I said, of different symbols, but then they're kind of just battered all around, so it doesn't really matter. But I have most of my Buddhas, even green Tara, all the different types of Buddhas in here. It was really interesting, and I thought was very nice, is it's not just the, and we've known this too, because we've talked about sound and notes and how powerful that is. But songs as well. But let's particularly concentrate on chanting. Chanting. So I want to bring this up, and I didn't know this, and I think that this is very, very interesting. Again, you probably won't be able to read this, but you can get this picture. Go on the Goldylocks Productions, look under photos in the photo album for the pictures for the show, and you'll be able to see the big part of this. But here is what's called the 6 steps of perfection in Asian belief, in Indian, in Asia, and just are in the Eastern belief system. This is called the 6 steps of perfection. Huh. What is this? The Om Mani Padme Hum. Oh, wow. Chant this. Listen to it. Find on YouTube so many different variations of this. If you even just play this, it has that same effect on us. It has the same effect on us that as of ascension, of us connecting more with our light body. And that's the whole point with everything. That's the whole point with all of this. They said that one belief system is that if you stared or looked at, not stared, because no one could stare at it that long continuously, but you take an image and I haven't showed you yet some of the pictures of the light bodies or the rainbow bodies. But if you were to stare at them, not off and on, but if you were to look at them, have them on maybe your altar, put them on your smart devices, maybe print it out, hang it up, have pictures of it, that if you were to sit in sacred space with any of these symbols or pictures of a light body for about 10,000 hours, it will activate you. It's already happening. So we have our altars and our sacred space set up, and every full moon, remember, we're getting all these attunements. So it's happening naturally. But for those that like to make sure that the attunements come in smooth, have some music absolutely in the background playing. And so Om is the sound or vibration of the universe. This sound is the most important of all. But in the context of chanting and mantras, it is meant to destroy attachments to ego and establish generosity. Ma removes the attachment to jealousy and establishes ethics. Ni removes the attachment to desire and establishes patience. Pod removes the attachment to prejudice and establishes perseverance. Me removes the attachment to possessiveness and establishes concentration. Whom removes the attachment to hatred and establishes wisdom. Now, it just hit me that these 6 steps of perfection, even though they don't mirror them completely, they sound very, very familiar and close to all those steps of the law of one, doesn't it? That we talked about, the grace and the instant karma, and it's very similar. Very, very similar. Things that make you go, right? Okay. Let me see some of these comments here. Let me catch up here. Oops. Love dragonflies. Yay. Okay. Hold on. Stop. All right. I learned this years ago in meditation yoga class. We would say the sounds. It is a great thing to do. Yes. It makes you feel. You remember. Your soul remembers these, right? And it just makes you feel so good and so balanced. I've seen them started to do mantras meditation and get in the mail to get deeper into it. Yes, very nice. The rainbow breathing exercises are a great thing to do too. Yes, absolutely, Robin, it is. The breathing with you. Rainbow monks. As a matter of fact, the whole singing and breathing, right? Or the singing and breathing goes hand in hand, because when you are practicing to be a singer, and what is one of the things that you learn is breathing techniques, when you hold a note and when to take a breath and it's harmony. It goes hand in hand, right? It's beautiful. We pay more attention to our breath when we sing than anything else, don't we? Think about that. So here's your rainbow monk. Here's a rainbow Buddha, one of my favorites. I have this screensaver on my computers. Are you going to go up there? Come on. Go to the broadcast. Oh, don't be this way. Come on. There it is. It's like, where is it? Here it is. All right. Probably can't. There we go. Oh, that's the other way. I'm just playing around with trying to get. I think that's about. It's not going to get any bigger than this. This is truly exquisite. There's so much going on that you need to look at it really in its huge, enlarged state and pay attention to everything that's going on. But this is Buddha's rainbow body. As a matter of fact, I found notes from a year ago. I talked about the light body. I talked about there's all sorts of religious symbols and icons. Same in the picture, in the same photo album. I don't have them here ready to go, queued up, but they're in that same photo album. There's Jesus, there's Yeshua with his rainbow body. We call it like the halo or the rainbow all around him. That's his light body. This is Buddha's light body. All right. Any type of deity, God or goddess that they have in a light body, in a rainbow type of orb, it's their light body, their rainbow body. And this is what we are sending to. All right. It's beautiful, beautiful. And so but just, there's no words. I can feel the vibration of these pictures. And so just go check those pictures out. Like I said, save them. You can save them from the photo album onto your own device. And I would put them everywhere. And I'm going to try, to print out some of these, into big. I haven't tried to print them out yet. I just look at them. I have them on my cell phone and on my laptops and computers, and they're just truly exquisite and very powerful. All right. So this is your rainbow monk. This is the Buddha. Okay. So just let's sit with that. Just being in this presence is raising our vibrations. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And the unicorns coming in are helping us with that, with the rainbow bodies too. That they're most definitely, this is why the unicorns are most often depicted with rainbows as well. They kind of go hand in hand with that. Oh. Whew, okay. Anyway. Okay, Dio just so all right, Marie, very yes. It's okay. So I hope you've enjoyed these pictures. And like I said, be sure to check into the photo album on Goldylocks Productions. And there's more. I actually have on my website, I do have on my healing, you go to the healing prayer list to enter, if you want to enter your name or someone else's name, and to add them to my healing list, healing and prayer list every day. 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. There's ceremony, and even more before then, because I actually get everything lit up and activated from 8:30 to 9 is when I do all the candle lighting ceremony in the morning. And I keep the candles going all day and the incense at different times, and then have different ceremony, all right, at the altar for healing. So 11s are powerful numbers. So that's what I'm just guided to, is 11 a.m. If I'm still awake at 11 p.m., then I will. But I'm usually not. But you know what? We still work in the astral plane, so I'm sending it out that way. But if you go to the Healing and Prayer List on my website, whitesagewoman.com, I have some of these pictures on the bottom. I have some of those because I want people while they're there just to look at these pictures, right? Let's see. So someone had told me that looking at mandalas will do the same thing. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. And as a matter of fact, some of the pictures that he had shown, that William Henry had shown in that webinar too, was a lot of mandalas as well. So yeah, absolutely. And because when you look in them too, you may even notice that any of the Buddhas or any of the deities have a rainbow light around them, have a bubble. They're in a rainbow bubble. It's the same thing, right? So yes, absolutely. And that's why it's also, they have the what's that, coloring books where you can color, and it's great meditation, or just to, I get a book actually, because I think they create, if you're a perfectionist, you like the color, I think it creates more stress than anything. And if you're trying to relax, you have OCD and you like to be so perfectionist, and just don't buy a coloring book. Maybe it's not the best thing for stress, because then it's like, well, does this look like the real thing? If you're a realist type of artist, if you don't care, then have fun with it. I find you can get a book already, a nice, pretty, colorful printed book of mandalas, and sit with it and just look at them and just feel the vibration. Hold a crystal in your hand, run your hand over these pictures, and just kind of like open eye meditation. And there you go. Same kind of thing, right? So yes. All right. Oh, we are at the end of the show. Thank you, everyone, too. Thank you, Marie. Have a great week. Thank you, Lyle. Thank you, Teresa. And let's see, what else have we got? I'm trying to get here. Oh, thank you, Robin. Thank you. Well, as I learn, I like to share with everybody. And as you doing the same thing too. Chris shares with me a lot with, hey, check this out. And Wendy does too. Thank you so much, all of you, for participating in Sacred Circle with me and with each and every one of us. Now, next week, there will not be a show. And I have a show next Sunday due to the Super Bowl. Yes, I know. But it's one of the few things, I love football and hockey. So it's, if it's a Super Bowl or Stanley Cup playoffs, the last game for the Stanley Cup, you won't see me. I do love sports, and I'm very, very competitive. It's so funny because if you were to put a camera on me while I'm watching sports, it is the complete opposite of what you get right here in Sacred Circle. It's like the evil twin. No, I'm kidding. Well, not really. But anyway, but it's fun, right? I enjoy my sports. So not next week due to the Super Bowl, the American football Super Bowl, but I will turn back on the airwaves Sunday, February 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I will write a blog about the upcoming Chinese New Year, which is February 5th. And we are going into the year of the boar. It's year of the earth boar or pig. So the earth boar, earth pig, February 5th, I will have a blog put up, all right, about that and share it. And you can find that. I'll just put that on Facebook. You'll be able to find it and share it. And so just, so there you go. What things to do. I think I've already given you some little hints and everything too. Just wear more red, have more red around you. But all right. Yes, many blessings to everyone. And God does bless us. Each and every day we are blessed. We are very abundant. We just have to recognize and realize and embrace that. Embrace who we truly are. So thank you, each and every one of you. And I will be back on February 10th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Many blessings to each and every one of you.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.